I've never seen my father do household work. आज तक my mother serves my dad. Your husband or your man is not a project that you're supposed to take care of. जब आप इतना ढूंढ के गोरी है, नाटी है, लंबी है, छोटी है, business family है कि नहीं है, कहाँ से है, then why is a woman looked down upon as इसने पैसों के लिए शादी की होगी? Woman who gets married into an affluent family is called a gold digger.
Yeah.
So when a man marries a woman for the way she looks, what is he? मतलब एक औरत एक सिर्फ फोटो फ्रेम में चिपका के रखने के लिए है. Most of the time, why women's hottest topics in parties and kitties is mother-in-laws? Why is it sister-in-laws?
Hi Isha, good morning. Welcome to the Male Feminist. How are you?
Wow, what a cute small little introduction. I'm good, thank you.
यार हम लोग ने रियलाइज किया है कि लोगों ने आपको देखा, पसंद किया, बट क्या होता है ना कि इंडस्ट्री में समहाउ, एंड दिस टर्म आज के बाद से रद्द कर दी गई है कोर्ट के हिसाब से, बट क्योंकि लोगों ने आइटम नंबर किया होता है, समहाउ दे रिड्यूस देम टू जस्ट ब्यूटीफुल आइकन्स हु डन ग्रेट डांस पीसेस फॉर अस. तो आई थिंक हमारे शो के थ्रू हमको ये भी बताना जरूरी है कि हाउ मच मोर फ्रॉम अपार्ट फ्रॉम एन एक्टर आर दे, अपार्ट फ्रॉम एन एंटरटेनर परफॉर्मर आर दे. तो फर्स्ट थिंग्स फर्स्ट, are you a feminist and what is feminism for you?
Yes, I am a feminist, completely at heart. But एक दायरे में मुझे ये पता है कि as much as we must have read men are from Mars and women are from Venus, it's all nice in the books. Of course, biologically हम different हैं. हमारी value system भी बचपन से हमको अलग तरीके से हम बड़े होते हैं.
कहीं ना कहीं मुझे आपकी बात से ये समझ में आ रहा है कि हमारी कंडीशनिंग ही हमें शेप करती है ना.
Yes.
और कितना भी आप अनलर्न कर लो, कई सारी चीजें हमारी बेसलाइन में हमारी कंडीशन के हिसाब से ही चल रही हैं.
Yes. आप यहाँ पे हो, आप इंडिया में हो, आप कितना भी वेस्टर्न कल्चर अडॉप्ट करने की कोशिश करो यहाँ पे, you will still be, you know, people will I won't say ostracize you, but they will look at you differently. Of course, then you have those pseudo hi-fi people who pretend that it's cool and all of that, but in the end, when they want to marry, they look for the traditional woman who has those values. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but बाहर जाने के लिए कैसे भी चलेगी, घर के लिए I won't use the word सती सावित्री, but ऐसी ही चलेगी.
तो ये हिपोक्रेसी को थोड़ा सीमा में रखा जाए.
Yes.
कहीं ना कहीं जो आप प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं और आप पब्लिक में अपने आप को प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, वो आप अपने क्लोज रूम्स में भी एम्बाइब कीजिए.
Yes. Being a feminist is one thing. Sometimes I feel more than men being a certain way with women. कभी लगता है औरत ही औरत की दुश्मन है. आप किसी भी फैमिली में देखो, या हर एक फैमिली में देखो, मदर इन लॉ, डॉटर इन लॉ, sister in law, sister in law. Two very good looking girls can never be best friends. Most of the time, why women's hottest topics in parties and kitties is mother in laws.
Men will.
Why is it sister in laws?
No, that's true.
Unanimous.
It's always the same.
It's always the same.
या आप सोचो ना कि देखो, आपने देखा ये होते हुए अपने घरों में, ये लेट्स से मदर सास बहू का कुछ होता था, you growing up to that, then you saw serials which reiterated and pushed it as pop culture, and then you think like this is the norm, this is how I'm supposed to be, so let's change. I mean, this is a muhim to then change.
So before we talk about men and women and being a feminist, I think we need to resolve a lot of issues between
women to women
amongst themselves.
3 फेज में हम पहले बचपन, फिर अबाउट अराउंड टीनेज एंड प्यूबर्टी, एंड देन वी गो ऑन टू करंट जिंदगी. तो क्या आपके बचपन में घर में ऐसा माहौल था कि आपके पिताजी या आपके ब्रदर से एक्सपेक्टेड होता था कोई भी घरेलू काम, या वाज इट योर मदर एंड योर काइंड ऑफ?
आई हैव ऑलवेज सीन मेरी दादी एंड माय मदर, एंड ऑफ कोर्स वी हैड घर पे मेड्स एंड ऑल दैट, मेल हेल्प, फीमेल सब थे, हु यूज्ड टू डू ऑल द एरंड्स. लेकिन प्रिडोमिनेंटली यस, माँ और दादी सब कुछ करते थे. घर का ज्यादा काम डैडी ने किया नहीं है.
नहीं ना?
ना, I've never seen my father do household work. आज तक my mother serves my dad.
Yeah.
And I get irritated.
Okay.
I get irritated. And I tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, what happens if you're not there?
Yeah.
Yes. आज तक she'll sit and she'll serve my father. And my father will say, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. And my father sees this interview, he'll be like, Isha, but that's okay. For them, it's a great amalgamation where my father, the way he takes care of my mother, but I feel my mother is much more independent that way than my father. I wish from day one the boy was also taught, the man, the little boy was also taught the way the girl is taught to go to the kitchen. Your husband or your man is not a project that you're supposed to take care of.
True.
It's not a project.
True.
When you get married, हाँ शादी करेंगे, संभाल लेगी. क्यों संभालेगी? उसको खुद को संभालने दो ना. हम क्या संभालने के लिए आए?
सही बात है.
You understand? It's the whole thought process is like that. संभालने के लिए तो फिर कुक रखो,
हाँ.
आया रखो,
हाँ.
और 10 नौकर रखो.
Correct.
औरत क्यों को संभालने के लिए शादी करनी है? Typical thing of my mother did this for my father, so you should do this for me. Okay, my father did this for my mother. Are you doing that for me?
Fair enough. Or are we not evolving in 100 other ways that they should also
this
move?
Comparison is always there.
बहुत ही सही बात कि क्यों सिर्फ आदमी की एक्सपेक्टेशंस या उनके परिवार की एक्सपेक्टेशंस, औरत की एक्सपेक्टेशंस और उनके परिवार की भी तो एक्सपेक्टेशंस
होने चाहिए. जब आप इतना ढूंढ के गोरी है, नाटी है, लंबी है, छोटी है, बिजनेस फैमिली है कि नहीं है, कहाँ से है, क्यों है, किधर है, कौन है, ये सब देख के शादी कर रहे हो, then why is a woman looked down upon as इसने पैसों के लिए शादी की होगी, या इसने अपने करियर के लिए शादी की होगी, या इसने अपने ये फायदे के लिए शादी की होगी? क्यों? तो आदमी ने फायदे के लिए शादी नहीं की.
मैं क्विक सेगवे, गोल्ड डिगर जो आप शब्द स्किप करके आगे बढ़ी क्योंकि मेरे को लोगों को बताना बहुत जरूरी है कि ये टर्मिनोलॉजी के इर्द गिर्द अभी इस तरफ.
Yeah, a woman who gets married into an affluent family is called a gold digger.
Yeah.
Why? So when a man marries a woman for the way she looks, what is he?
Yeah.
You're just marrying somebody for the way she looks. So मतलब एक औरत एक सिर्फ फोटो फ्रेम में चिपका के रखने के लिए है?
Very valid question. We come back to the earlier phase that you would be talking about. I'll move on to asking, बचपन में ऐसा था कि restrictions थी, बचपन क्या टीनेजर तक कि भाई इतने बजे आना है, तो कैसा होता था माहौल?
मम्मी ने मारा भी है.
हाँ क्या?
छतरी के साथ.
क्या हुआ था?
7 बजे घर पे आना चाहिए. मैं कहा नहीं आऊंगी. बस हो गया मेरा. उसके बाद अम्मा said you will not talk like that in front of others. Number 1, respect your elders. And number 2, 7 is 7.
Fair enough. So, did you happen to ask guys out? Did you take the mantle in your hand and say, ki, bhai, why the other way?
I never asked guys out, but I made things easier for them.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like, I knew when a guy liked me and I knew that he's going to ask me out. And I'm like, I know you like me. It's okay, we can. So, मैं इतना तुझे नहीं तोड़ूंगी. मतलब इतनी तेरी patience नहीं try करूंगी. I used to make it easier.
Fair enough. So,
whatever.
So nice of you. So moving on to the second phase, because you started working so early on, आपके पास से films वापस ले ली गई थी because you refused to accept any, casting couch demands, or if you're open to talk about it, how do you feel about it? And
I think it prevails everywhere, and I feel that we have to decide what is right, what we want. It's our value system, what we have learned from our elders. For me, my values are more important. Yes, in our industry, yes.
So issue
these kind of indecent proposals are thrown at you.
Yeah.
At every level in your life.
And they direct about it.
And I think it is in every profession, is what I've heard.
That's true. It's true.
Yes. But unfortunately, because of paparazzi and because of the media, we are in constant glare.
Do you remember any one particular incident, and do you remember how you felt when that came about?
I think a woman has the right to say no. And that no has to be taken very seriously. Can't be just brushed off. Unfortunately, men are so intimidated with this no that they kind of, to a certain extent, try and sabotage your career.
Yeah.
But you got to be goddamn strong.
I think one of the takeaways from both the phases for me is that there are things that have been happening in the world in a certain manner. It's not the norm, the only norm that they're supposed to continue to happen in that very manner. In this phase also comes postpartum and, being back to who you were. How overwhelming or underwhelming, how is that situation like?
Overwhelming, yeah. It's a new title, no? From single to married to mother. It's a whole new role.
Yes.
It's a lifetime of a responsibility.
Correct.
And you're responsible for that little life. So that's overwhelming. Other than that, I think your body and your shape and all that is secondary. It really didn't matter to me because I knew I would bounce back because I've always been fitness oriented, and that actually should take a backseat in the sense how you look at that time, because what's priority is your child, this life that you've, otherwise don't do it the way it's supposed to be naturally, opt for other methods which don't damage your body. Of course, there's a lot of body damage that's done because your tissues expand, your face swells up, you bloat, Everything happens.
So, has there been a household change or shift in the way responsibilities are shared now in the house?
See, I think the first 2-3 years, my husband was not hands-on because even for men, it's very overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, even he from single to married has become a father.
Yes.
And that little life, you don't know what to wear. Diapers is not, I don't think it's a man thing. Very few men are kind of made or etched for that. In the West, men are more trained for that. बच्चों को 18 साल की उम्र में बोरिया बिस्तर बैग लेके घर से बाहर जाने के लिए बोला जाता है. It's because of that they become so independent. और हमारे यहाँ 30 साल का गधा भी होगा तो बोलते मेरा बच्चा है, जाने दो, करने दो, होने दो. इसीलिए we are so dependent. There they clean their own house, clean their own whatever rubbish.
Yeah.
Here they never taught to be independent from day one.
मैं तो देखिए क्या था.
And especially men.
हाँ, हमारा एक बहुत ही चर्चित चाहना, मैं कहना चाहता हूँ चर्चित हो वो, बट सेक्शन है जिसका नाम है कंसेंट पे चर्चा. सो क्या है कि कंसेंट ना इतना ग्रे एरिया है कि कई बार यस नहीं होता तो भी नो है. ये बात समझनी ऑडियंसेस को बहुत जरूरी है. तो लेट्स जस्ट टॉक अबाउट इट कि भाई नो मींस नो.
I think it's as simple as just saying those two letters.
Yeah.
If you say, if a woman says no, then it's a no. And even after that, if advances are made, then it's considered
Problematic.
Yeah.
Illegal.
Eventually what happens is when a woman says no, and even after that, if the no is not understood and heard, you lose respect for the man.
Yeah.
Just in a relationship probably, if not married, and if the woman has said that, no, I don't want this. And again this happens, then it's up to her whether she wants to go and take it up legally or what she wants to do.
But you have a daughter now and she's 8, you said. So when in life would you be?
They're already teaching them, already taught them good touch, bad touch.
Yeah?
Yeah, when they were 4 or 5, today schools do that. And even I kind of explained to her that if anybody touches you inappropriately, and these are the areas where you shouldn't be touched. These are the areas where only mama is allowed. You know, not nobody, not even papa.
Yeah?
Yeah. You have to, when you have a daughter, you have to be, it's not easy.
Good, yeah. I think that's very important, and if everybody can take that away from this. You also happen to be part of the Nirbhaya squad.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
We did that for Women's Day.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that for Women's Day, and I just felt that I wanted to do something for this squad, and we needed to build some awareness, and people needed to know that there is this squad for the safety of women. What happens is, even after the perpetrator has committed a crime, the poor woman suffers the guilt of the crime more than the perpetrator.
Yeah.
She feels that pata nahi kya hoga, log kya bolenge, and the family more so. You know, mat bolo. It's very important for the woman to come out there and say that this has happened to me, so that that guy, usko uska anjam milta hai. He's punished. Otherwise, he'll go and he'll attack the next victim. We created awareness, and they have these beautiful little jeeps, pink ones. Yeah.
If you're in Mumbai, you get to spot the Nirbhaya squad.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a part of this, because it really helps reinforce beliefs. So we have this part in the show where we ask you to give us a message to the 16-year-old self. What
My
would that
16-year-old
be? Yes.
Spend some time on your own, alone, knowing yourself better than trying to understand other people, and try and take a lot of solo trips or vacations and discover yourself before you get somebody else in your life.
Now, even as a married man, I'm thinking, should I be taking some solo trips? So, क्या ऐसी बातें हैं जो मर्दों को औरतों को बोलनी बंद कर देनी चाहिए?
काश तुम मेरी माँ जैसी होती. और एक चीज, didn't your mother teach you how to do this? Didn't your father teach you how to do this?
Yeah.
Did your mother teach you how to do this?
Correct.
So
whatever you're saying can come back at you. Fair enough. Good pointers. But that's it. I think that was all on the male feminist. But anything that makes us men better allies that you would like to tell us? Final words.
Well, I think it's very important to befriend your partner. I think for anyone, men or women, it's very important to understand that it's a person, not a man or a woman.
Or a husband
and that
or a wife.
person or a husband or a wife. There are some things that you've been assigned which probably she can't do, and there are some things which she's been assigned which you can't do. First, which is procreation, but other than that, most of the things you both can do.
True.
So there should be no gender specific job. This
ये
is
आपने
meant
करना
for
है.
you.
हाँ.
This is meant for you. You have to work in harmony.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you so much for being on the Male Feminist and watching us. Please
Thank
do
you.
let us know in the comments and tell us what you liked. Watch other episodes and subscribe to the Hauterrfly.